Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the latest installment of the 343industries.org Community Forum podcast. My name is Red Star Rocket, and tonight I'm joined by Church.
Hey, guys.
D38 Boss.
You can't prove that I'm here.
Six Slick.
Hey!
Unease Peanut.
Hello.
And Buns.
Save the best for last. Yeah!
Nobody likes you. Go away.
And to start tonight off, I'd like to say that we're filming this in September, but I sincerely hope that it's not going to end up being a special Christmas edition. So, Church, get this one on time.
Merry Christmas, everybody!
Very good.
Happy
Christmas
Kwanzaa!
2016.
Okay. So we're recording this on
Live from Amsterdam.
live from Amsterdam on September the 19th, a Friday, and I'm hoping to get this out by Sunday the 21st or Monday the 22nd. We'll see.
Or December.
And obviously that was some time ago by the time you're listening to this.
Hoping is the operative word.
Dream big, Church.
Well, here's the thing. You see now everyone's seen my face and my well-muscled body. So basically,
That part was important.
that part's very key. So now you can picture me while I'm speaking, listening to my mellifluous, melodious voice. You can picture me while I'm speaking and imagine me slaving for the forum.
While listening to this podcast,
banning countless people, editing
Church.
idiots.
Church.
Yeah.
Church. Absolutely
Church.
no one cares.
I know.
0% of people actually care.
It was a survey conducted on the forum. We got the results right here.
Okay.
According to this, people think you're an onion. What are your response?
My response is I make you cry.
Well, speaking of polls...
that was poetic.
Speaking of polls, we have
the a Shrek thing from
let's
thing, are we?
Oh no.
Let's Slick talk. He's a little more important than Shrek.
Yeah.
Nothing is more important.
No, there are more things more important. No, but speaking of polls, there was a recent voting yesterday, and I think Red Star Rocket can talk to us about that.
Oh my gosh, like you're doing like a movie trailer voice. You're like, there was a recent poll yesterday, and I think Red Star Rocket can talk to us about that. That's
Rob Schneider.
That's either a movie announcer voice or you're trying to pretend to be William Shatner. I'm not sure which.
William Schneider as a
carrot.
In a world where people ask questions and other people tell you what they think of those questions, comes the poll you've been waiting for. Red Star Rocket is Forum Man.
But he's about to find out that being a forum man is not as easy as he thought.
Oh no, I'm a Forum Man.
Is that supposed to be my voice?
Yes.
Really? Yes.
Oh
That's your
God, I
voice.
don't sound like that, do I?
No.
Not
don't
even
sound like that.
remotely?
But then
Thank
again,
God.
you think we all sound the same, so you know.
Peanut doesn't.
Peanut's different. Nobody counts. I mean, he doesn't count.
Nobody counts.
Nobody counts. Peanut, you're nobody. See how that works?
I hate you.
Speaking of nobody has yet to explain what this poll means. Care to take it away, Red?
Still.
So, this is obviously something which you will have heard of if you live in the United Kingdom. But yesterday, at the time of filming anyway, 2 years ago when this comes out, there was a referendum to see on whether Scotland should secede from the United Kingdom. Long story short, no. No, it hasn't.
Yeah.
That's about the size of it.
What was your vote?
I voted
Your
to stay in the UK.
Okay.
Wait,
I heard the yes-sayers have won by a long shot.
Yeah, can you care to explain the situation, Red? Because I'm a little confused about all this. So.
Okay.
Is it similar to the deal with like the whole Irish Republican Army trying to make Ireland secede too, or is it a lot less?
That
Is
was
it
the
a lot
90s,
less
man.
balmy
That was the
and
90s.
violent?
That was something very, very different. Okay, the Scotland thing, in essence, the IRA was a very, very militarist movement, whereas the Scotland secession question is entirely democratic. It was an open referendum. Anyone 16 or above who lived in Scotland could vote.
Oh, dang, that's
And
lucky.
sorry?
Just, wow, that's pretty young.
Yeah, I thought you said it's laggy.
No.
Yeah, so anyone over the age of 16 could vote, and the question was, should Scotland be an independent country? And it's a big issue, because although Scotland has its own parliament, and it has some powers to make its own laws, it's still ultimately beholden to the United Kingdom government, which is based in Westminster.
It's kind of a similar situation to where in the U.S. they have states' rights, and then there's the federal government that oversees the entire shebang.
Unfortunately, I don't know enough about the government of the United States to make a comparison.
It's the same deal, whereas each state has its own little government where they have their own little Congress and they do their own little thing. Every state can have its own set of laws, but they still have federal laws that apply to all states. That is decided by the U.S. government set in D.C.
Kind of like the forum, how each part of staff is like in control of what they do in staff and what kind of stuff happens, and then there's the mods who are kind of oversee everything.
Yeah, the overarching dictators.
Except the problem is, in the U.S. government, a senator can't just say, "Oh yeah, I want this person dead," whereas we can.
Yeah.
Great comparison.
That escalated quickly.
I'm not sure that's entirely an issue, Church. I don't think that's happened, but I'll take your word for it.
But anyway, I guess you could probably compare it to the government of the United States then, loosely. Again, I'm not clued up enough to make, an informative judgment there, but...
It's two sides of the same coin. It's small government with a bigger government that makes more important decisions for it.
Yeah. So the question was asked, we had the results about 12 hours ago now, it would be, at time of filming.
2 years and 12 hours.
Yeah.
2 years and 12 hours, yes. And the result was 45% in favour, 55% against, which means for now Scotland is remaining part of the United Kingdom.
I imagine the poll answers being like, do you want Scotland to be an independent country? One option is no, the other is God save the Queen.
And this is the third option. I don't understand the question. Please, can I have some scotch?
Please, can you use it in a sentence? Type away furiously, keyboard warrior. Type away
Okay,
furiously.
Church, what's next on the docket?
On the docket, I have a loose outline. So
well, the biggest thing that's happened in the past few weeks is the release of some game no one's heard of, fairly small thing.
Yeah,
like
what's it called? Like Fate or something, or Prophecy?
I think it's called The Game. The sci-fi The Game.
Okay.
You've lost the game.
I know the name of it. It's Bungie's Hopes and Dreams for the Future. That's it.
No,
it's called The Bungie.
You mean
it's
Marathon
it's
HD?
Activision Press Stifling.
It's called The Bungie Activision The Game.
It's called a wallet. That is all it is at this point. It's Activision's wallet.
So if you live in a hole,
I do.
Then you don't know that. Then you probably don't know that we're talking about Destiny.
The Destiny.
But otherwise, you'll have probably heard it by now, formed an opinion on it, and joined a love group or a hate group, because, like Marmite, there doesn't really seem to be a middle ground with it.
Yeah, I had to agree with Red there.
And as usual, I am the sole person who apparently, resides in the middle ground.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No, I'd say there's a lot of people. But anyway, I recorded an unboxing video of my Destiny Ghost Edition for the PlayStation 4.
That was posted 2 years ago.
I wanted to record a parody version, which was just me stabbing a box and making church.
Oh my gosh. What's the Mayhem made a couple memes from that.
That disgusts me in ways I can't put into words. Good job.
Let me
You can make a meme. The internet will love you.
The internet.
I like that joke. But I think we
this
should go.
pod hell went downhill very, very quickly.
Okay.
Remember, ladies and gentlemen, we're
so-
professionals. Don't try this
so
at
one
home.
One of them is actually a podcast joke, and it's a picture of me. He said that he darkened my hair and eyebrows, and he captured an absolutely beautiful facial expression. But it says, "I don't always make monthly podcasts, but when I do, I make sure that they are at least a month late."
At least.
Yeah.
I think you're being a bit too generous with that time frame.
I think he is too. And then there's the other one, and I've got sort of like this half sneer on my face, and it looks entirely disgusting. But I don't always buy games at launch, but when I do, I make a video before I play.
Isn't
Very
that
true.
the point of an unboxing? It's quite difficult to unbox with the disc already in drive.
No.
Yeah, I've already
Well,
spent
implying
12
there's
hours
really-
into this game. Well, here's the box.
Implying there's really a point to unboxing. I mean, shut up and open the box yourself.
Well, there is a point to unboxing because otherwise you're trying to put the case into your Xbox One or your PS4.
you know what I mean.
And that's just going to wreck you know the motives.
Recording and talking about an unboxing. Shut up, open your box, and play your dang game.
Instructions were unclear.
Instructions were unclear. Must unbox. Must unbox.
You just standing there with the full box, just hitting your Xbox. Won't play Destiny, dang it!
Going to the Destiny forums and furiously type a rant.
How I play game, box not fit.
343i, please fix this broken.
Oh my god.
Bungie did this so better. Halo, grunts.
Destiny needs to go back to being more like Destiny 2. Whose laugh
I
was
think
that?
you broke
I'm
church.
pretty
was
sure
true.
we're the only people who think this is funny. Everyone else
People
is
are
gonna be
being-
sitting here going, "What in the name of
People are
Lord
watching
is
this
wrong
podcast.
with these people?"
Learn to have a sense of humor, internet.
Well, by the time this
Yeah,
gets on,
what's wrong with
most of us
you,
will have
Internet?
resigned.
So are we going to form opinions on Destiny, or is this it?
that was our
No,
opinion.
That was it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Our
we're just not
opinion
gonna
isn't
go there.
stupid, apparently.
Let's see if we can share an opinion in a sentence. Peanut, you can go first.
I like the game overall. Had a blast playing it the first few weeks. The only thing that's starting to slightly annoy.
That's two sentences. That is two sentences.
Sorry,
Also,
There's a
the first
semicolon
few
in
weeks,
that.
It hasn't been out a week.
it has been out a week.
It's been out like a week and a half.
Oh, whatever. It has been out
12
a week and a
days.
half.
12 days.
The only
been out
thing
10
that's
days.
kind of annoying me about it is that the reward system is completely random.
Yeah. I'm gonna be on the same boat as Peanut that I really enjoyed the game. It's helping me mull over until Master Chief Collection and Smash Bros. For the 3DS. But the game just doesn't reward good play. Like it says it does, but when you play Crucible and you're the top of the team, and then you see some guy at bottom get like a legendary, and you got like Jack. Oh, that.
This is what
Jack.
literally happened to me. I went 27-0, like a 27 KD. Nothing at all. The guy who
Yeah.
came in dead last with a KD of 0.1, I believe, got a legendary Engram.
Yeah,
Oh gosh.
and that's kind of what's turning me. I still play the game a lot, but I don't touch PvP, and hoping
Well,
that
here's the
Bungie has a
thing.
fix for this.
I think that it rewards players
Randomly.
No, either
Yes.
randomly or it rewards players that are not necessarily as good because it assumes that the people who are that good, they don't really need anything.
That's what
Like,
Legend said earlier in the
I've,
shout.
Yeah,
like,
that is sound logic, but yeah, continue.
but I've played Rumble's my favorite playlist in
Oh yeah, Rumble's
in
really
Crucible.
good.
And I've played probably 100, 200 matches so far, and I've lost maybe 10 because I'm really, really good at Rumble.
Yeah.
But I haven't gotten hardly any rewards at the end of each match,
Oh, I'm
which
just
is surprising to me, which is why I think that it might be based on how you do.
Yeah, I'm just gonna point this in there that the game is really similar, like in Halo, in terms of map design and time to kill. And I noticed that a lot of my friends who played Halo, including a lot of people on the forum who play Destiny, are like absolutely destroying. And then I have some friends who are coming over from Battlefield and Call of Duty, and they're having they're struggling, like, oh man,
Which is
it takes
which
so
is
long to
interesting.
kill him. Yeah, it's really
Which is
interesting.
interesting because the control scheme is a lot more similar to Call of Duty than anything else.
Yeah. It's a really nice control scheme though.
Yeah, I like it. It's a good hybrid.
But
I don't
It's
know.
becoming
to me.
the Call of Duty control scheme is becoming the standard for shooters, which is about the only thing. Yeah, which is about the only thing in Call of Duty that I don't outright hate anymore, because it is a solid control scheme.
The problem I have with the sort of with the more modern shooter control schemes is something I've noticed is they tend to move the melee function either onto the right stick or the right shoulder pad, which is something that just feels really uncomfortable to me for melees.
You see, I agree. The right stick feels uncomfortable for melees. I'm getting used to the right bumper. I'm getting used to it. I still prefer the B button if you're playing on the Xbox 360 controller, or the circle button if you're playing on a PlayStation. But I'm getting used to it.
My brother prefers. He's got the weirdest preference because he likes playing Battlefield, but he wants to be able to change it so he still wants the right stick to be crouch and prone if it's in the game, but he wants B to be the melee button. So overall, he just has he's got this really weird setup that he gets really angry about because no game has that setup because it's stupid.
Because stupid.
Games just need to go back to
Stupid.
I don't know.
Something that I've noticed a lot since I moved to PC, which was last summer, is that a lot of the time it's possible to just completely remap the controls to, virtually, you can bind any function to any key, regardless of how much or how little sense it makes. And something like that on an actual gamepad, I don't understand why that's not standard.
Mm-hmm. It was interesting because how many of you guys played Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. There was a myriad of control schemes available in that game.
I hope that transfers over to Master Chief Collection.
10, 15,
heck yes.
maybe even 20. There was every control scheme that you could ever imagine. And I'm really, really hoping that that's going to transfer over because I picked Hero, I think, because that was the most similar, because that was literally a carbon copy of Halo 3. But I just
the confusing thing is why go through all the hassle of making, like you said, 10, 15, God forbid 20 control schemes when you can make one and then a system to map whatever control scheme you want.
Yeah, I wish that they would do that. And potentially, you see, that's something that they have the potential to do. I can understand. Well, I can't really understand why they didn't do it before, aside from maybe development time. But even that seems like a sort of a cop out.
But the thing is, surely it would take a couple of weeks to develop once, and then once you've developed the system for control mapping, you can just put it into all future titles.
I mean, not even a couple of weeks, because once you get a button to map to something, and it wouldn't even take that long. Especially if you're a AAA studio like Bungie, like 343, like any of those.
I guess some people are just control freaks.
Hey.
r/dad jokes.
Actually, on the new Smash Bros. Game, correct me, I might be wrong on this, but I've been watching a lot of gameplay and a lot about the options, and the entire control scheme can be remapped. And even
I believe that is
and
true.
that's on the 3DS.
Yeah, that's
or
on
the Wii.
It's on the 3DS. I'm playing the 3DS demo right now, actually. That's why I wasn't talking.
Priorities.
That's the thing, even on something like a 3DS, which has a comparatively small set of controls.
Yeah, it's basically just
being able to
5.
remap everything there.
Well,
There's
not
no
like
reason that couldn't be
remapping
done
hasn't
elsewhere.
been done. Remapping's been done. Like Brink, you could assign any button to anything.
Oh, Brink was a beautifully designed game that was ahead of its time.
I couldn't
It was a
tell
great
if that
game,
was
and then
sarcastic or not.
multiplayer servers crashed.
yeah.
What I'm going to say about Brink, because I still have Brink, actually. Because
I
I
do
bought
too.
it for $2.
Someone tried to sell it to me for $2.
My thing with whole
You
thing with Brink is Bethesda makes really, really large, beautiful, majority incomplete games.
Yeah.
Yep.
They substitute quality testing for massive games with really immersive lore.
Oh yeah.
If
Yeah.
you play, if I was gonna say if you've played Skyrim, you've played
Yeah,
Fallout.
there is no
you
question
know,
for the most
you
part.
know the feel of a Bethesda game when you get in it and you lose track of time because you're not thinking, oh, I'm gonna play the next part. You're thinking, okay, I'm gonna adventure to the next dungeon and I'm gonna kill things. I almost swore and I stopped myself. Give me a high five, self. Yeah, I give myself a high five. You guys don't have.
I'm not sure what I'm
Take
gonna
a
kill,
break.
but it's gonna be awesome.
And then when you shrink down the scale, they did the same thing. They're like, let's make the lore of this area really cool. And it just kind of fell short there. And then they're like, quality testing, what's that? And you just end up with this broken, half-finished shooter
Yeah.
with this thing that nobody realizes first-person platforming kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Brink was on. I would argue that Brink was really onto something. It's just the gameplay mechanics just weren't there.
It's the fact that everyone acts like, oh my god, you can do first-person, like, free running in Brink. I'm like, Mirror's Edge did it so much better.
And Titanfall did it really well too. Titanfall the wave mechanics work.
Titanfall did it idealized, where players can wall run from one end of a wall to the other. You can wall run as long as you don't really run out of wall. Whereas Mirror's Edge was...
It has a limit.
No.
And there's an advanced...
very, very, very long wall, yes.
Well, the thing that crashed Brink was the first day that it came out, the servers crashed for like 2 weeks.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
I ended up
Everyone
getting
bought the game, and that's why there's so many copies out there in like GameStops and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Because it was a very hyped game.
I ended up getting it like a year and a half after it came out, so I have not played it online at all. I played through the story and I haven't touched it since.
Yeah, it's pretty good. If you get like a few people into the match, it's very entertaining.
It is.
It's got one of my big things in gaming, which is you can customize your character. Every time that's in a game, I will automatically give it an extra point because I love that. Because I'm a little girl and I like playing dress up.
The thing with Brink though is like, I'm going to make the comparison to Team Fortress 2 because it's what you compare it to.
Hat Simulator?
Yeah.
So the thing is, in Team Fortress 2, every class, they're not only very, very clearly defined in the way they look, so you know immediately whether you're against a scout or a pyro or a sniper or a heavy or whatever. They're very, very clearly defined in what they do.
Yeah.
Whereas on Brink, there's the soldier classes, and then there's the the model sizes. But the thing is, there can be any combination.
And then the classes that suck entirely.
Well, the thing is, there's the the various gameplay classes, and then there's the the player sizes, and they can be any combination. But the thing is, the actual classes don't really have all that much effect on gameplay. All the really changes which buttons you personally are required to press, and beyond that, you can have basically any combination of weapons you want.
Yeah.
Which is, it's very disappointing. I mean, that is Bethesda through and through, giving you as many options as possible. But on the other hand, it leads to a game where there's no clear structure, where there's no clear sense of what your role in the team is.
Which is what they do really well with their their RPG adventure games.
Yeah.
They don't give you they give you a clear role. Yeah, they give you a main storyline, but they're not like, okay, here's the hallway you have to walk down. They're like, here's a big map. Have some fun. By the way, here's a bunch of bears. Kill them. Whereas in Brink, it's like, have a bunch of fun. You can have all these setups, and you're sitting there going, what do I do? Why am I doing this? Who are these people?
Why do we live?
Those are the questions you ask on the podcast.
Why does life?
Why does exist?
How is Babby formed?
I think this is a good.
I
think this is a good point to segue into Q&A.
Yes.
These are the kind of questions we need to be asking. Do you mind if I read the questions, please?
Yeah, sure, go ahead, Buns.
Go right ahead.
Okay, thank you. So, this one's straight from Legend. Let me pull it up here. From Legend 1221. How much does a Predator tank cost?
And I assume I'll have to answer this, even though I've answered it twice already.
Answer it again.
Yeah. Okay. A Predator tank is a vehicle for the GDI faction in Command & Conquer 3 Tiberian Wars and the expansion Kane's Wrath.
Great game.
It costs 1,100 credits.
That's it.
That's
You
it.
can
There you
hear.
go.
You can hear the shattered bits of his life just floating out the window.
Okay, now this one's from RockyBot or Halo 5/Disney 20. His name is long, RockyBot. How many months or years did it take Twom to make this website? Does anyone know?
Well,
I think it was about a 2.5 month development curve.
We need director. He's the one with all the site trivia.
well, the thing is, you could make the argument that because the site is constantly being
It's constantly
updated,
evolving, yeah.
like
It's never been
only
done.
a few weeks ago, we completely revamped the forum layout. We brought in a whole new section for Halo 5. We removed and merged some of the older subforums. We shrunk significantly the Halo 4 subforums to try and focus them a bit more. And we're looking to do some more fairly major changes once the Master Chief Collection drops. I mean,
Yeah,
right now we
some
have
cool plans.
right now we have a single subforum for the Master Chief Collection that will almost certainly be expanded in 2 months' time. So there's that, but then there's also things like the Shoutbox. There's things like the gallery. There's things like Twitter and Facebook integration, all of which are slowly being introduced over time. So
Yeah.
You could argue that the site is constantly changing.
I think-
we're definitely constantly making.
I think I can simplify this answer for you guys. It's a two-part answer. The site isn't done, and we don't know how long it's going to take.
It'll never be
You
finished.
can use that Wayback Machine or something to check how the forums looked a few years back.
Yeah, you could check on
Oh, yeah.
Azak's profile a few years back, and it's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Where
I mean, my profile, yeah. Oh, any early member profile, yeah.
Okay, next question. Also from RockyBot. When or more are there going to be more awards?
They're constantly added, so I'm assuming.
More awards.
we actually just added some new awards, I think 2 days ago,
And we also
for
got
the short story contest, which is currently ongoing.
Oh.
If you haven't already entered, please do.
Yeah, we need
we,
more.
we-
We really need some more entries, please.
Someone changed the literary license award picture. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've actually updated because the Literary License Award was originally for any submission to the.
No, I invented that award actually.
So
Before I was a moderator.
the thing is, the Literary License
Interesting.
Award, it hasn't been in use in a very long time because that's not a terribly, heavily trafficked section. So because of that, we've revamped it a little bit. We've brought in a second award as well, which you'll see very soon. But the Literary License Award will now be given out to the winners of the monthly short story contest. So if you want to see what it looks like, you can either try and find someone who's already got it, and we won't give out names because I can't remember off the top of my head.
I will. I have one.
There you go. You can have a look at Boss's profile. And
Going right now.
profile.
if you want to get it for yourself, you'll have to enter the contest.
In other words, enter the contest.
I
Also,
would really love it if you would enter the contest.
and another bonus to entering the contest is something me and Boss discussed briefly, and we haven't really talked about it since, is having dramatic readings of each of the stories and posting them on the YouTube. Kind of like a little audio podcast you're listening to here, but having for the stories. And we'll have more info on that later. But
Come on, who doesn't want to hear my voice or Bun's voice reading your story? Think
Exactly.
about it, won't you?
and it's
Possibly
free too.
Morgan
Church's
Freeman in the
voice.
future.
Yeah, we'll do it for free too. So I mean,
I'm Morgan Freeman, and I have a terrible impression.
You see,
Yes, Church. Yes,
the
you do.
government come to the Master Chief.
I don't know what that voice was, but it was
It
amazing.
was an attempt at Bill Cosby. I think I pulled it off pretty well.
Who's Bill Cosby?
I hope Red is not is that.
So next question.
Today.
All aboard the Nope train.
Nope.
All right,
Right,
let's move on.
Another question from RockyBot. Why doesn't Twam post a lot to the Shoutbox?
No one knows.
Because he's
does,
abandoned
that's
us
the
to
thing.
fight amongst ourselves.
Simple
He
answer
just
is
likes to sit back and
Well,
watch
He's
us.
Swan.
I need to answer this question because I'm the one who's figured this out.
Oh.
which is, well, you can ask Drizzy about this, but pretty much you have to sacrifice new members, and their blood will bring out the Twam, and the priests of Twam can summon him into the shout box.
That's why Twam's name is Red.
Just a quick disclaimer. Please do not sacrifice new members. That is illegal.
In most countries.
Hey, Red, we've got that site rule for sacrificing new members,
Yeah,
right?
you should add
Rule
that
1E.
to the site rule. Rule 1E.
Rule 1E.
Please do not ritual sacrifice your fellow members.
Oh, actually, this is something I was asked in the shout box today. So
About ritual sacrifices?
no, about Rule 1E. This is a question I get surprisingly often, but it's never actually been asked during a podcast before. So I'm just going to throw it in now. One of the rules we have, obviously on the rules page, is Rule 1E. And Rule 1E is a bit of a strange rule, because what it says is rules can be amended by the moderators if they see fit, which basically means that
They're
if
above
ever
the
it's
law.
a situation of someone breaking rules, trying to abuse loopholes, or generally doing something which is causing problems for the site, even though it's not actually within,
Against the rules.
you know, against the rules, yeah. It gives us the power to step in and say, I'm invoking Rule 1E, stop this.
We should really post what rule people break.
Yeah.
That would be helpful.
Well, the thing is, if anyone here...
Moderator note.
Well, the thing is, if you've ever had a warning point, we'll generally... you'll either get a category of your warning, or we'll give you an explanation in the actual member notes on that.
Yeah.
So usually, if people get a warning point, they'll know why. The exception to this is where if you gather enough points to be banned from the site, obviously you won't actually be able to read the warning because you're gone.
Yeah.
Gotta catch them all.
For the record, we do actually always fill these things out, even if a member is kicked off the site, purely because we like to have, a moderation
A record, yeah.
And just a comment, if you get a warning on the first of the month that disappears in an hour, chances are you might be the member of the month.
Yeah, that scared the crap out of me.
Yes.
Yeah, that's how
Sorry
I
about
figured
that,
out I
Peanut.
was member of the month. Church.
Yeah.
No, it was Shoot 'em. Shoot 'em gave me that, and
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
that was my first warning point, and I was like, what the hell? What did I do?
You
No.
existed. That's what you did wrong.
You didn't do anything.
My warning point is
you
still
were promoted
standing,
member of
by the
month.
way, from that.
But
Wait a minute.
but that's how he
It is?
that's how he upgraded me to mom. I was talking to him in the shout box, and then he was like, oh, you might want to refresh your page, and then it was like, oh, you got a warning point, and I was like, what the hell, man? Yeah.
Why do you
Okay.
need to get a warning point to be member of the month? That's
Because that means that someone with admin privileges wasn't around at the time and a moderator decided to do it
Yeah.
themselves.
A little known fact is that in general, we normally don't allow community moderators to make changes to members' user groups, purely because,
abuse.
yeah,
Abuse.
unfortunately there have been cases in the past of members being unfairly
Not
promoted to higher
cool.
user groups or demoted to lower user groups. Or, well, the other thing is we've accidentally as well had several staff promotions by accident
Oh.
because because obviously alphabetically the first member group is
Is
the art
admin.
department.
No, art. Oh yeah, that's right. Art
Well, the first one that we can actually change people to. So it's very, very easy when you're handing out a warning point or using the admin tools on a member's profile. It's very, very easy to accidentally put them into the art department, which of course then forms a whole nightmare because that's a potential leak of stuff from the staff forum. So in general, we don't actually allow community moderators to do that, purely because it reduces the chances of accidentally having to ban them in case they've seen anything that they weren't supposed to.
Yep. You know, for those of you who were around for the April 1st joke, that was pretty funny. We made a complete fake staff forum, but I actually got a few frantic PMs from members saying, "Church, church, church, this is bad, this is bad."
I remember.
Which means mission success.
Which meant mission success. Yes.
Well, I remember German Shepherd. I asked him to ban me. Like I asked him on Skype to ban me, and I even see him go in the shout box saying Buns has been banned for talking about the staff forum.
Yes.
It was great, and then even Twam unbanned me.
Yeah.
How nice, good guy Twam.
I still think the best thread was me and Church's "Say My Name" thread. I'm just throwing that out there. That was some of my best bit of idiotic writing I've ever done.
Yes. Yeah.
The members
here's
must
the thing.
never know.
Oh yeah.
That was
personally,
beautiful.
I preferred the important announcement to all staff members, which was what I think 20 spoiler tags, and then
let me pull it up.
I can't
and
even
see what it
remember
was.
what was in the middle. Of it.
I think it was something relating to Bruce Willis. I know that's really
Yes.
vague, but I
Bruce
think it
Willis was a ghost the whole time. That was
Yeah, that was.
Oh
it.
yeah,
Gosh,
there's like a million spoilers. I'm clicking through them.
Yeah, Bruce Willis was a ghost the whole time.
I had just watched that movie like the week
That's
before.
fantastic. And then Azak said, "Locked for wasting my time clicking."
For some context for the people who are clueless and don't know what's going on, in April 1st of 2014, 2 years ago when you're hearing this,
Yeah.
the joke, the April Fool's joke we had for the site is we created a fake staff forum in advance and we just filled it up with anything we could.
Because we did it on the premise that we cleared the staff forum every month because it just got so filled up with trash. So then it made sense that there were only threads to a month back.
Which is actually true.
I
Yeah.
could see how I became mom. How did
It
you
was-
people?
See,
I think you ended
that
on
was
a
the-
note with "you people are stupid."
we had to lend you becoming mom because we actually did pick you for mom at that point. So we had you as mom to lend credibility to the whole thing. So in a way that you were an assistant.
It was you were
I helped.
you were an accomplice.
Yay!
Yeah.
Yeah, the last post you made. You guys are damned idiots. No more point discussing in here. I'll wait for Red, and if he never shows, I'll promote Peanut. End of story. Locking thread.
We had some great
by the
fake
way,
arguments in that thread too. Like we got pretty vicious.
Hashtag ban Church 2014.
That.
I remember
My
when
favorite
that
thread though.
That
in
was that was the whole thing that birthed the "Say My Name" thread. Ban me, laughable, for I am the one who bans.
No, my favorite.
It was pretty fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Slick, you were saying?
Yeah, my favorite thread in that was some of the members could post in there, but others couldn't. And so I was like one of the first people on, and I did the good job on the security guys.
Oh, yeah.
We were just toggling on and off your guys' permissions to post in that the entire day
Yeah.
too.
And then of
It was
course
pretty-
you went on your banning spree.
Oh yes, and then I turned into an orange moderator, and then I turned black, and it was just all fantastic.
All colors of the
That
rainbow.
was a fun month.
Yes, it
Smite
was.
me, almighty
Yeah, leading
smiter.
up to that, like we would get. Here's the thing: we would get tired of posting in there because it was just so ridiculous.
We
And then
ran out of things to post halfway through the month. We're just
Yeah.
like,
yeah.
screw it, let's go with photo threads, guys. Stupid photo threads.
And then,
Actually, what-
so we started a Hypnotoad thread.
How many replies did that get? It was something
Like
ridiculous.
3 to 5 pages worth of just Hypnotoad gifs.
and even the people who did post Hypnotoad stuff, like a moderator would just go in and edit their post and change it to Hypnotoad.
I like the Edward Kenway is a waste of space one, with only filled with gifs.
Hey, come at me. I'm on fire.
That was good. We should release that forum again at some point just for people to look back at it.
Yeah.
I would, because it needs to be shared.
we'll actually be making a reasonably interesting change to the site around Christmas. I can't talk about it yet,
Oh, come
but
on.
as part
Oh,
of
come
this,
on.
nope,
No,
can't.
okay.
Got to stand at lock and key. Well, this will be Christmas 2
Yep.
years ago by the time this comes out.
Yeah.
But so you'll know
So
about
there's
this
no point
by
talking
now.
about it. You guys will know.
Now, on the off chance that this does come out in a reasonable length of time, right?
That's a good one.
then yes, we'll be making some fairly interesting changes to the site around Christmas, and to coincide with that, we may re-release the April Fool's Day forum, or possibly merge it into the offbeat section.
Just make sure that everything's locked so people can only read it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't. At this point, it needs to be like a museum.
A museum.
Yeah.
Not touching. Not touching.
Just
the
make a-
exhibits.
Just
Not
make a
touching.
thread for it that explains what it is so people don't freak out.
Or don't. I'd love to see the freak out bits, honestly.
The hell is this? The hell is that?
What's this?
So,
What's this?
Anyway,
We have
we have
Well-
gone off the beaten path quite a bit. So, Sick, I think you wanted to say something about
Well, actually, there's one last
anything?
question that
Something?
well,
There's-
two last questions
well,
that
yeah,
we
two
should
last questions.
answer.
I'll read them. Who is the second oldest member on here? And also, these are both from RockyBot. Thank you, RockyBot, for asking so many lovely questions. Will there be more colors added to the members, or to the member list?
Let's
do the
it's-
oldest question
first-
first.
I think that's Bob, right?
It's
On the forum,
Almost
it's
certainly
either
Bob, yeah.
Bob, yeah. Ask Twem.
Yeah.
Twam.
Twam.
We need like a.
Oh, holy Twam! We usher you in with the slaughter of an innocent young member.
Bubble Pop X3.
The sacrifices
Uh,
are made.
So, member group colours. This is something which has come up reasonably often lately as well, because as I'm sure everyone's noticed by now, we have, after 3 years, finally gotten round to actually giving some of our staff groups their own unique colour.
Yeah.
Yay, we're like dark
Round of
green,
applause.
teal, or something.
Nah, you're not dark blue. It's awesome. Dark blue is awesome.
Navy teals.
But
Baby
Teal.
teal.
Baby
That's what
seals.
that's what the events group is unofficially referred to now. It used to be GIG, or Guys in Green. Now it's
Okay.
referred to
The
as
Baby
the Navy,
Teals.
The Navy Teals.
Yeah.
So, new member group colours. This is something that we have been asked about occasionally. The big issue with it, though, is, as of right now, we have...
We're running out of colors, folks.
Yeah. Well, this is the hot colours, sort of your reds, your oranges, your yellows, and their derivatives, are reserved for senior staff and legendary members, which is why admin is its own very distinct colour, the moderator user group is its own distinct colour, and legendary members their own distinct colour. And the problem is with that, we immediately rule out, in essence, half of the colour wheel, which is why almost all other staff groups have some variation of blue and green,
Yeah.
which effectively only really leaves the purple and
Well, different shades of purple.
shades of purple and
50
grayscale.
Shades of purple.
Grayscale.
Yeah,
Is it-
the
is it-
grayscale from black to white, but the thing is, white is already taken by the bot user group, black is taken up by the band user group,
My favorite.
and for the middle, sort of the greys and silvers, they aren't really distinct enough from each other.
They're very,
No.
very hard to tell apart.
Yeah, because isn't the Forge Epidemic its own group, and it's like
No,
a dark gray?
It's now it's affiliates.
Yeah,
Now all affiliates.
affiliates, yes.
affiliates now.
Yeah.
All right.
So the thing is, we've now got a light grey and a dark grey, and beyond that, there's not really a great deal we can do with it. So effectively,
So-
what we've got is various combinations of the cold colours, blue, green, purple.
And then the warm colors are reserved for admin and legendary
Yeah.
members.
It's reserved for people that matter. Dang it.
Yeah, there's only like 2 or 3 colors left that are like out there that we could use.
I mean, we're already sort of pushing it by making most staff colors just various colors of blue, seeing as blue is the site background.
Yeah.
The bottom
So-
line is there's no real reason to add any more member colors.
The bottom line is
The f-
Mountain Dew, boss.
Oh,
I
we need
know.
a Mountain Dew member group.
I wanted the event management to have nice Mountain Dew green, like this kind of limeish green, and it never happened. And I'm still upset. And I'm going to be angry at all of you for the next like 3 hours.
Hey, the other colors were shades of purple, so
Yeah.
They're fairly nice shades of purple, at least.
It was sort of
Yeah,
a
they were.
lilac color, I
Sucks.
think.
No, whatever.
But yeah.
The bottom line being, there's no reason to really add any other colors. The fact that the regular members have 3 of their own is a step above what most forums would do.
yeah.
And these 3 colors are fairly distinct too. Like you
Yeah,
could
no,
tell the
yeah.
difference between a greenie and a purpy. You know?
The only,
Yeah, a greenie and a perpy. What?
I think
A
the only
perpy?
real thing we'd consider
Did you-
changing would
perpy?
be because the new members group and the members group currently share the same color and have slightly different permission sets.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
potentially new members, and this is only potential, so don't expect to see this anytime soon, but potentially new members will eventually take on the color that our old validating group used to have because we don't use validating anymore.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's the one change we'd probably consider at
I
this point.
wonder what member has undergone the least, what moderator has undergone the least color changes.
GSD, I would think.
No, GSD
Yeah,
got all
probably
the way up to silver before he was.
Ah.
So
I heard from the
I just-
director somebody went from green to dark blue.
yeah,
Yeah, but that doesn't count since
Yeah.
really because that was within the first couple of months.
The
Yeah.
thing you've got to remember is from the day the site was formed, we needed staff, we needed moderators. So
Yeah.
when everyone is, when everyone's a new member, then
Nobody
Who you gonna call?
Ghostbusters.
Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah, because I think
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
yeah, because I was just barely purple when I was a moderator, so that was pretty cool.
but then that's because the site ate a big chunk of your posts at some point along the line.
Yes,
Yeah,
it did.
it was hungry.
Oh,
Nom
gosh.
nom 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 nom.
Azek shout
I
box,
think it
Azek
took me,
shouts
like-
weren't feeding it.
I think it took me a month and a half to get silver because of all the RP threads that were up when I joined.
Yeah.
Well, that was also before we changed Offbeat to have no post
But
count.
no, it wasn't an offbeat. It was in member created works, where all the RPs
okay.
were.
Yep.
Yeah.
RPs used to be
And
there.
then we insisted that they move to Offbeat.
Oh,
Yeah.
Because I went that quickly. I got to silver because I kept getting post counts.
so
My post count primarily went up with I agree.
I agree,
I agree.
Just
that-
everywhere.
because that is the extent of your English knowledge.
Yes. Back then my English was worse, to say the least.
That's implying that it was ever good.
Yeah.
Oh, harsh. Harsh.
Shots
You try
fired.
learning Dutch and talk
Johnny
back
Wait,
to me.
but I'm Yank.
Okay, so I think you wanted to talk about something event management.
Yeah.
Yes.
So a few weeks ago, 15 days ago, I posted the
Dun, dun, dun.
events calendar for September. Yeah, so just lots of events going on, short story contest, the caption contest, post a day challenge, all that fun stuff. Is someone really staticky right now?
I'll check
No.
my end.
Nope.
Nope.
Okay, I just got a lot of
no.
static on my end. Okay. But if you guys have a member just event that you guys want to do, like you guys are hosting an event or something like that, just PM me and I'll add it to the thread.
Well, you don't have to PM him. You can really PM. Well, if you want to add it to that specific thread, yes. But if you want to get any event to be official, if you have a suggestion for an event, just message anybody on the event staff.
Yeah.
Yep.
We are all available. We're all friendly for the most part. I might bite your arms off, but that's
And we are
That's
always
my way,
looking
yeah.
for events.
Yeah. And if one of us isn't on, odds are a mod will be able to edit stuff for us.
yeah.
So,
Yep.
If it doesn't go in the specific calendar thread, we can always throw it up on the actual calendar so it shows up in the upcoming events thing.
yep.
Because we can
Yep.
we can all
One
do
sec,
that.
there's a knock on my door.
Oh, yeah, it's while Slick is gone. Speaking about the calendar, I remember when I
It's
first
me.
when I
All of a
first,
sudden, we hear blood-curdling screams as he's being horribly devoured by aliens.
it had to be aliens. It couldn't be anything else. It
Well, I
couldn't
wanted to
be
take
Ron
the high
Schneider.
road. I could have said it was like cannibals, but that would be depressing.
You could
If
have
it's
said
aliens,
cows.
it's like, oh yeah, Halo's starting. Let's get real.
All right,
It's
I'm back.
cows. Oh, okay.
Oh, the aliens
you were-
did
you were
devour
gone.
him.
So I don't know
Aw.
what just happened, guys. So if weird conversation about
Aliens were
aliens.
devouring you.
Yeah, we
Boss
were
was
saying
going to
that
s-
we were saying
Boss
that there
was
were.
going to stoop to the inarticulate and say cannibals. Nah, aliens.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So for the sake of time, shall we start wrapping this up? Because we've been
Yeah. I'll
in
just
terms
wrap
of
up.
actual stuff we can
probably.
use. We've probably been going for probably about 50 minutes now, I would think.
Yeah.
Stuff
We've
we
been
could
going.
use.
Actually, no, we've been going about a half hour, maybe 45 if we're lucky.
That's pretty
Yeah.
good podcast.
Yeah.
People can listen to our
Implying we've done anything under an hour before.
Okay. So guys, look at the timestamp right now and be like, give us what the actual time that we're saying right now is.
We've been recording for an hour 16.
Yes.
But then again,
Yes.
there was a
But
good
the actual
half hour
video,
that
the actual
occurred.
video is less than that though.
Yeah.
Um.
What happened before and what happens after is never shared with anyone.
No.
Ever.
Who
Um,
cares? Church can edit it. We all get to relax afterwards.
Yeah. So I'll just finish up events here. So yeah, podcast is obviously restarting. We're gonna be expanding the YouTube channel and stuff
Again.
with staff. So
Again, I see.
again, yeah. So guys, just go out there, invite people to the forums, go out to other sites. The site
Yes,
works
we're-
best
we're-
when
Work
you
for
add-
us, you drones. Work.
There is something that we're potentially looking at doing in the summertime next year, that the amount of attention that the forum gets now is going to very, very, very it's going to affect it a lot, pretty much.
I
Also-
remember.
Or so we
Yeah.
hope.
Then we get to
Yeah.
look forward to when the Master Chief Collection comes out and we get the 343 What'd you guys do wrong members.
I'm just gonna say it. I'm calling it now, right? There will be a thread which complains that Halo 2 Anniversary is too different from Halo 2, and 343 should have stuck with the original Halo 2, despite it
that's
just being
already
the
happened.
original Halo
Yeah.
2.
We should.
It all
We
right.
It's
should.
already out there though.
We
Um,
should make a thread for them in advance, so they don't
Yeah,
have to make
no.
the work of making.
I
it.
think
Yeah.
I think there should be a thread that just like pops in their face as soon as they register saying, "We are not official 343.
Oh, I
Please
thought we were.
They are
direct
the
comments
first Google
elsewhere."
search result of 343 Industries.
Yeah,
Yeah,
That's
we
how
are
I
second.
ended up
no,
finding the site. too.
yeah, we are the second result in Google search. When you
First.
No, yeah, Wikipedia and then
Oh.
us, and then Halo official site.
Wikipedia is new.
Damn.
Yeah. We used to be the
Yeah,
first
that's
link.
pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Aw.
Wait, I want to see if the Wikipedia link cites us. Uh, external links, official website.
this is.
No, we're not on the Wikipedia
Aw.
site.
Aww.
And obviously,
Aw.
we absolutely would not condone anyone going on Wikipedia and changing that to point it to us. we
Yeah,
absolutely
please-
would
please.
not do that. Wink, wink.
Don't do it. Do not. Do not.
Wait,
DONOT. Do it.
I don't think anyone on the site loves us that much to actually do that.
What are
Caboose.
you talking about? We're all
Listening.
amazing.
We
It's
need-
already
There
done.
are thralls. We've enslaved their minds.
Yeah, no, but make sure you guys get new members, especially when that comes out. Because
Hey,
We love
kids,
new members.
tell your
Trust
fr-
us, we love new members.
Hey
'Cause-
kids, tell your friends. We've got
Tell
candy.
your friends.
and a creepy, broken down van.
.org.
remember, we need their blood for TWAM.
Oh yeah.
If you ever want to see
How
Twam
else
in
is
the
he going to
South Park,
continue? How else is he going to further his youth? He's been around since like the 16th century.
You know that Monty,
Yes.
Who
There's a
knows how
painting
he
in his
speaks
attic.
for him, but
Oh.
the silence.
okay. Okay, that was pretty good.
Yeah.
All right, so let's wrap up with one last thing.
Actually, I'm just gonna quickly go over some
Okay.
of the stuff that from Drizzy's weekly news wrap up, just to make sure that we've got
Weekly site.
everything. So let's start it off. We've got the community events coming up, which is we're going to have a Master Chief Collection opening day community event. I'm gonna be hosting. The Silver Centurion, aka Total Mayhem, is gonna be hosting. Most of us are gonna be hosting, and we're hoping to do quite a bit of streaming live on the Twitch channel.
And we will be
Pretty
talking
much.
about this on the next podcast, so make sure
So
you listen
yeah,
to
you
that
know,
for
2 years
details.
from now, keep your ears out. Watch this space for the next 2, 3, maybe 4, possibly 5 years.
Yeah. But watch it in the past while you're listening to this at the same time.
Oh yeah.
Then it'll be meta. So we've got the 343i short story contest, which was mentioned. September caption contest.
Yeah.
Featured interview with Nova. And actually, I was talking to Drizzy the other day, and the interviews are going to be coming back. And they're going to be some pretty
Haven't they
cool
come back
ones.
like 3 times now?
Well, actually, there's
Yes
been
and no.
there's been my interviews with some Halo YouTubers, which kind of fell through because not enough people were actually looking at them. And then there was Drizzy's interviews. My interviews happened like just twice.
Yeah, so Drizzy's hasn't been doing interviews for a little while, and now he's hopefully going to now he's gonna be
Things.
yes, things are happening.
And,
Battlefield 4 Last Stand DLC featuring Unease Peanuts article. Thank you. Destiny's shipped $500 million worth of copies.
Actually, it's sold like in retail bulk.
It's shipped them. Yeah, it's shipped them.
That's the
doesn't
thing.
mean
Yeah,
it's-
that doesn't mean it was successful. That just means they went, "Hey guys, we gave stores this many copies to sell for us."
But
Does
it
not
does
necessarily mean it does
But
not
it does mean
necessarily
that
mean they're
Activision
getting.
themselves have made the money back because they
Activision
actually
has
been
made
able
money,
to offload
yeah.
the copies to the stores.
Actually, I
Yep.
believe in the opening week, or I think the opening weekend or week of Destiny, they sold 325 million units.
Yeah, so no, that was opening day. Opening day was 325 million. That was the figures that I saw.
Okay.
And presumably that's going to
So-
be into $325 million dollars rather than units.
Yeah.
American dollars instead
Yeah.
of pounds or euros or any other crazy
Or
currency.
credits.
Zimbabwe dollars.
$1
Zimbabwe.
million.
For your
That's
local
a
And
Equivalent,
then-
equivalent in US dollars.
Dinars or something.
It was 325 glimmer. Ah, Destiny joke.
Mafia 6.0.
Oh.
Yeah, haven't really gotten into that, but if you like it,
It's been a
go right
It's
ahead.
been a big thing on the forum. When Yang started this up, all the signups just went away in like 24 hours. Like in this 2 days, all the signups were filled up. So let's give a nice thank you to JL for introducing it on the forum.
Clap, 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 clap.
The staff color change, weekly community poll, BZs. The question for this week is, which non-Halo 4 vehicle should return in Halo 5?
Chopper.
And then,
Chopper.
of course, Destiny Unboxing Church Edition. I'm just gonna read Drizzy's description because it's quite glorifying to me. Above is the beautiful ladies' man Church unveiling his Destiny Ghost Edition from its beautiful box. Problem: he got it for PS4.
Shameless
Church gives you his-
self-advertising.
You are such an unrelenting narcissist. You know that. You're sitting
Yeah, I
there
was just gonna say,
reading
you
someone
can
else's
hear-
praise.
You can hear the whistle of his ego inflating constantly.
Church gives you his greatest contribution to the site since joining with his Destiny Ghost Edition unboxing video. Sweet features. Watch to find out what they are or just to see what Church looks like in real life.
Spoiler
Alright,
alert.
that's it. I'm sick of you. I'm jumping out the window. I'll see you guys later.
Okay. So question, who here actually just watched that to see what I look like?
I did not because I don't care.
I already saw a picture of
Same
you, so I
here.
already
Hate
knew
to
what
break
you
it to you,
looked like.
Church, I don't care about the fact that you exist.
Okay.
Well, that's harsh.
This is
Yeah,
fun.
that was
That's a hor-
really
We
mean.
can't end on that. That's a horrible note to end on.
I don't
So,
care about
let-
any of you.
So instead of talking about that, let's just talk about ban more people above you for no apparent reason, which is now on page 155.
See, what I've always considered doing, because I'm yet to post in this. But I've
He's going
considered
in and
doing-
actually banning everyone
Yes.
for no apparent reason.
Or a better thing would be posting this and then just dare the next person to do it. Like, come on, threaten me. Try it. Just try it and see if I can permanently kill the thread.
And then there's Ask Red, started by Red Star Rocket.
Which
Okay.
Nobody cares about that. That's the end of that discussion. Okay, next topic. All right.
Okay, so actually, let's come back to this briefly, just to inflate my ego. So Ask Red. First thing is, if it's sort of a general question, life advice, curiosity, whatever, then I would thoroughly recommend you go to the Ask the Director 2.0 thread, which is an excellent resource for that kind of thing. Ask Red is much more sort of what I do on the podcast, where if you have a question about the actual site or about moderation or anything to do with sort of what goes on behind the scenes, I'll try and give as much info about those kind of things as I can. If you're just looking for general advice or to try and stump someone who's far cleverer than I am with an interesting question, then you want to go to Ask the Director.
A better idea is if you've got a general life question like that, and you need a genuine answer for like a problem you have or anything. What you do is we have a system for this. You should write it down on a piece of paper, fold it up, put it in your pocket, and sit down and think about your life for a few minutes. Because it's stupid that you would ask someone on the internet to help you with your life.
Hey. The director has some pretty good advice. I'm gonna give the director that. This man is,
Listen, I'm here to bring you negativity in mass, okay?
Well, congratulations.
I'm trying to do my job, and you're getting in the way of my job.
If you ever have a problem in real life, don't worry, we're all here for you. Nah.
Well, I'm not. I think I've
Sometimes.
expressly said that, but
Sometimes.
We are your shrink.
Shrink or Shrek?
Absolutely not.
we're your fellow committed in the nut house.
In the Peanut House, but
That's
No
something
one
positive we can end on.
should ever have made that joke.
Peanut was only in
Ever.
this podcast just for that joke.
So instead of going to Red's house and then bashing his head in because he's a sad and depressed individual, what are you gonna? So you're gonna come to my house and bash my head in because I'm a sad and depressed
That's
individual?
really-
Implying I need to do it to only one person. I got time. I can make two trips. I'm just saying.
And on that truly horrible note, thank you very much for listening. This has been the FoodIndustries.org Community Forum podcast. Hopefully it'll be out before 2016.
Monday, I promise. Monday. Call it now.
Monday.
Monday.
Thank you very much
Wait a
for
minute,
listening,
wait a minute.
and we'll see you next time. Cue music.
Bye.
Bye.